Hello, and welcome back to Attack on Titan enthusiasts. Please be aware, this video may contain spoilers up to the final chapter of the manga. In this video, I want to talk about the possible reasons why Sasha died during the surprise attack in Marley. Sasha was one of the main characters since the beginning of the story, so I was so surprised when she died. While everybody was so in love with Mikasa, I was Team Sasha the whole time. So this might just be me in the final stages of grief. You know, acceptance. But it seems that in episode 83 of the anime, the real reason for Sasha's death came up. So please watch till the end. Sasha. Sasha, like Eren, was a member of the 104th class of cadets and was known as Potato Girl. One of her main character traits is that whenever it came to food, she would start acting like a starving wild animal, especially if meat was involved. She was the kind of girl who'd love to get a steak over a bouquet of flowers. But that didn't mean she was the type to just sit around all day. She was very athletic, having amazing skills with the 3D maneuver gear. And she even placed 9th in her class by using the intuition she'd developed in the wild as a weapon. She was often treated like an idiot of the group along with Connie, but it turns out her performance in the classroom was even better than Eren's. Sasha's skill with the 3D maneuver gear wasn't shown that much in the first season of the anime. The only time I can remember that it was when they were attacked by the colossal titan on the wall, and she saved one of the other cadets from falling to their death. There was also a scene during the 57th expedition outside the walls where she encountered a titan while flying low. Sasha's excellence didn't get to make many appearances. In season 2 of the anime, when titans appeared in the southern district of Wall Rose, Sasha went to evacuate the nearby residents. In the process, she went to her hometown, Dauper Village. There, she discovers Kaya and her mother, who's being attacked by a 3-meter titan. Without 3D maneuver gear and nothing but a bow and arrow, she's forced to confront the titan. With only one arrow left and determined to save Kaya, she knows she can't miss. So she abandons her bow and charges the titan, stabbing it in the eye with her last arrow. This was definitely a near-death experience for Sasha, and my heart rate went up just watching it. I think that if Sasha hadn't been so popular at this point, Isayama-sensei would have killed Sasha here. But because of her popularity, she survived this battle and lived to see the sea. The scene of John, Sasha, and Connie playing in the sea was one of the very few moments of peace in the story. 4 years later, Sasha was killed by Gabby in the surprise attack on Marley. It kind of felt like she was supposed to die before the time skip. So, after the time skip, before adult Sasha could gain any popularity, they got rid of her. Still, popularity for Sasha in general was so great, many fans, including me, immediately hated Gabby. In the world of Attack on Titan, there's no way to come back to life. So, Sasha never returned. The common causes of death. In Attack on Titan, it's common for characters to die unexpectedly. But did you know that when a character dies, it usually has one of two meanings? The first is that they die after they fulfilled their roles. Heirs to the 9 Titans, like Grisha and Kruger, are characters that died to fulfill their roles, while others, like Erwin and Kinney, die as soon as their roles are fulfilled. Kinney had 2 roles in the story. One was kidnapping Eren, which led to him obtaining the ability to harden. The second was giving Levi the Titan spinal fluid injection just before he died. Both of these things became very important later in the story. As for Erwin, he continued to make sacrifices in order to learn the truth about the world. But his role was to lead his people to the truth, not to know the truth himself. Levi chose to bring Armin back to life instead of Erwin. But in the future, Erwin would have died because he'd already fulfilled his role in the story. The other reason characters die is in order to give roles to other characters. The most obvious example of this is probably Carla. Carla's death made Eren hate the Titans more than anything. And in the final chapter of the manga, we learn that Eren manipulated Dinah's Titan and sent it to eat Carla. Carla's death was essential for Eren to learn to hate the Titans as a boy. Another is Mobley. He sacrificed himself to protect Hanji from the colossal Titan's explosion. Mobley's death was significant because Hanji lived on to accomplish many things in the later chapters of the story. But what about Sasha? She died without anyone taking her role. The truth was, she had already fulfilled her role, but she wasn't killed because she was so popular. Sasha was meant to die, whether Gabby was the one who did it or not. Also, the future Eren could have done something about it with the power of the Founding Titan. I don't think Eren would have let Sasha be killed, unless that was the only way to accomplish his goals. And I think this is proof of that. Attack on Titan, Episode 83. In Episode 83, there's a scene that appears where Connie is talking to himself on his way to Ragako Village. Connie was by himself, went against his friends, and was bringing Falco to be eaten by his mother so she could inherit the Jaw Titan. He says to himself, "Sasha, would you understand?" Connie was closer to Sasha than any of the other main characters, and if she was still alive, she probably would have sided with Connie, especially after seeing Kaya losing her mother right in front of her eyes. If Sasha had been working with Connie, Armin and Gabby would not have been able to stop him. They would have been able to feed Falco to his mother and revert her back to human form. In the final battle, Falco becomes a bird titan in order to rescue the scouts. Without Falco, all of the scouts would have died in the rumbling. While it is possible that she could have become a bird titan too, because if you remember back, she was also turned into a titan by Zeke's spinal fluid. I doubt she had as much affinity as Falco for birds, for the Beast Titan's spinal fluid to give her the ability to fly. So, only Falco could have become a bird titan, and without him, it would have been impossible to win. If Connie's mom would have inherited the Jaw Titan in episode 83, she would have barely been able to use it because she's not a warrior or a trained soldier. Just look at the difference in the Jaw Titan when it was taken by Ymir, who was just a normal person, and Porco, who was raised as a Marleyan warrior. Ymir's Titan form didn't change very much after she inherited the Jaw Titan. It's possible that his mother's Jaw Titan wouldn't have even been able to walk. So I doubt she could have even participated in the final battle against Eren. And even if she could, she has no military training, so I doubt she'd want to leave Paradis Island. But even if she did, they still wouldn't have been able to defeat Eren. This is why I think that if Sasha wouldn't have died, Falco would have. So Eren couldn't save Sasha. If Connie had died instead of Sasha, what if Gabby had shot Connie instead of Sasha? If that had happened, Gabby would have never seen Kaya's hatred for her, which later ended up helping her develop as a character. Falco wouldn't have been exposed to the wine and ended up getting Zeke's spinal fluid. And Armin would have never gone to Ragako Village. He would have stayed in town with Mikasa and the others. So Armin and Connie would have never met Annie. If they had left without meeting Annie, it would have been so much more difficult to stop the Jaegerists and to fight against Eren. This is why Connie could not have died instead of Sasha. The origin of Sasha's name. Attack on Titan is famous for its foreshadowing, but a lot of characters also have hidden meanings to their names. The name Sasha is of Greek origin, and it means man's defender. The man here isn't referring to men, but humanity as a whole. Sasha's role as a guardian is shown in the scene where she protects Kaya from a Titan. According to Isayama sensei, Sasha was supposed to die at this point. When he was trying to name her, he probably chose that name because Sasha was supposed to die defending Kaya. When he prolonged Sasha's life because she was so popular, he gave her an additional role as a defender because the rumbling would have killed everyone outside of Paradis Island if Sasha hadn't died. Without Sasha's death, Falco would have been eaten by Connie's mother. The scouts wouldn't have been able to defeat Eren without the Bird Titan. And after saving his mother, I highly doubt Connie would have tried to stop Eren. So Connie wouldn't have saved Reiner or Annie during the battle with the Jaegerists. They also would have left the town without meeting Annie, without the female Titan, the Jaw Titan, and Connie. Before they even got a chance to die in the final battle against Eren, they probably would have died to the Jaegerists. So, indirectly, Sasha truly was the defender of humanity, and Eren probably couldn't have saved everyone else if Sasha wouldn't have died. I still wish Sasha wouldn't have died, but it's time to move on. I'm joining Team P. Thank you for watching. If you have any other explanations for Sasha's death, let me know what you think down in the comments section. I hope to see you again in the next video.